We have come to the second teaching of the Hadith, which is seeking the help of Allah and relying on Him. The Prophet advised us to only rely on Allah Almighty and seek help from Him alone. It is said in the Holy Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Allah alone is the owner of the heavens, the earth, and everything in between. We seek help from Allah through dua after taking the necessary means. Taking the necessary means involve making every possible effort to achieve a goal, and not being lazy or relying on others to do it. So when we want to make dua to Allah for something, we should take the necessary means first. Seeking help from Allah should not prevent people from helping each other in things they need. We must seek the help of others while relying on Allah Almighty, knowing that it is Allah who facilitates goodness and protects us from harm. The third teaching of the Prophet is that benefit and harm are in the hands of Allah alone. People cannot benefit anyone, even if they gather together for that purpose, except by the will of Allah. Furthermore, the Hadith explained, people cannot inflict harm on anyone except with the permission of Allah Almighty. All matters, whether good or bad, are predestined by Allah Almighty. Allah Almighty said in the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, If Allah touches you with harm, none can undo it except Him, and if He touches you with a blessing, He is most capable of everything. When a person understands that benefit and harm are in the hands of Allah alone, they have a sense of peace and contentment with the fate and destiny, and they distance themselves from fear and hesitation. This is because they believe that anything good or bad is still in the hands of Allah Almighty, and that nothing will befall them except what Allah Almighty has written. Now, my friends, let's ask this question. Why did the Prophet, peace be upon him, specifically give a lot of guidance and advice to children and youth? What does that signify? Good upbringing starts from a young age, and because the youth are the pillars and foundation of a nation, Islam has emphasized guiding the youth with great prophetic advice and guidance. The closing part of the Hadith, mentioning that the pens have been lifted and the pages have dried, underscores the belief that divine decrees are final and unchangeable. It suggests that what is destined to happen will happen, and one should have faith in Allah's wisdom and judgment. Today we learned a hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him. The hadith starts by advising believers to be mindful of Allah. This mindfulness, known as taqwa, is a central concept in Islam, which entails living one's life with an awareness of Allah's presence and commands and striving to abide by them. If a person is mindful of Allah, Allah will protect him. This is the promise of Allah. This mutual relationship highlights that one's awareness and actions towards Allah can have a direct impact on the kind of guidance and protection they receive from Allah. The hadith encourages believers to ask directly from Allah and seek His aid, emphasizing reliance on Allah rather than just worldly means. People are unable to bring benefit or harm to anyone except by the permission of Allah Almighty. Still, this should not prevent people from helping each other. That's all for today. See you soon, my friends.